to accelerate economic development and growth to ease repayment at due dates.
Government must ensure stability in the city relative to major currencies like the dollar, the euro, and then the pound sterling. We need to ensure relative stability. That is very, very important, and that is exactly what we are looking at over here, and that is exactly the way we're trying to go. As we speak, you realize I catalogued some falls in value of the city that we have experienced in the years 1993, 2001, 2009, 2013, and 2017. However, we're trying to ensure that there is some amount or strong amount of stability in the system. We would have to inject more foreign currency, especially the dollar, into the system to ensure stability. This is the immediate solution that we require until we are able to latch effectively onto the long-term solution, and that is establishing factories to reduce the extent to which we import goods, especially into the country. We need the one district, one factory to stabilize the economy in terms of import. We are still import-led, and that is what put pressure on the demand with regards to the dollar, and by extension, a demand on the cedi, which makes it weaker.
And so, still staying with Mr. Ebenezer, where he stated that he has actually advised government to strive and create more fiscal space and less financial openings for borrowing. According to him, debt sustainability must be defined to include government's ability to use contracted loans for the purposes intended for.
Management of public debt remains a major economic challenge to governments across the globe. Public debt management is more challenging to countries classified as least developed, less developed, and developing than those termed as developed or advanced economies. Across the globe, governments are sometimes confronted with budget overruns or deficits. A budget deficit occurs when planned expenditure for a fiscal year exceeds the expected inflows for the same period. Accumulation of budget deficits over periods results in debt. Thus, government is expected to borrow offset the differences between total inflows and outflows. Accumulation and sustainability of Ghana's debt relative to gross domestic product have been a major concern to some economic analysts and citizens in years. According to the lead consultant at Aben Consultancy, Dr. Ebenezer Ashley, that sustainability must be defined to include government ability to use contracted loans for the purposes intended to accelerate economic development and growth to ease repayment at due date.
It turned out that Ghana's debt to GDP comparatively is on the low side. It is not very high. However, it is very important that we make sure that the debts are used for the purposes intended, and that is what remains a challenge to Ghana and other developing economies. If we talk about the fact that Fitch, one of the credit rating institutions in the world, is calling on the United States government to raise the debt ceiling or else face the consequence of having a lower credit rating, then it means it is not out of place to increase the debt ceiling if indeed the right structures are put in place to ensure effective utilization of the debt.
An economist, Samuel Walanyo, shared his thoughts on that sustainability.
We are not able to manage the finances or the monies that we have been able to secure from organizations. And the issue about misapplication, mismanagement, misappropriation of funds, which leads to general corruption, continue to be a problem. But then we have seen that government over the past few years have put some measures in place in order to keep this menace. And it's not one individual who will be able to solve the entire problem, but then there is an institutional challenge.
And that's all for the business blog here on the First Show Live on GNTV with me, Bryson, and Kwasi Amenin. We are streaming live on YouTube at GNTVGH. Follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram, all on GNTVGH. Learn to save and learn to invest. Have a good morning.
On the first show right here on GNTV. I'm Pamela Boateng, and up next is the morning trends, and we are finding out what is trending on Twitter and YouTube. The first show, it's time for morning trends, and I'll kick off with YouTube. And there's a new twist to the trends on YouTube this morning, but Ronaldo, yes, he has been trending at number 1, where Portugal played against Spain and he played the hat-trick, and it's still number 1 on YouTube trends in Ghana, and that video has about 34 million views. Yesterday it was just around 30 million views, so an additional 4 million views, so now 34 million views for the first trend on YouTube, Portugal versus Spain. At number 2, there's a new one that is replacing and seated at number 2 trends on YouTube, and it's a new joint album from Beyonce and Jay-Z. The song that is off the album is Ape, S-H-I-T, and it's coming in from the Carters, and it's trending. It has about 22 million views. A very great video there. You know, when these two people come together, it's fire and something really great. So 22 million views from the Carters with your latest video there. Nothing really new for going downwards. At number 3, the full video of Kwesi Nyantakyi packing the money. It's at number 3. 282,000 views already. And there's another surprising one at number 4. I met him through Sakawa. Ashlum, Ghanaian lady married to a 90-year-old man. So you can find the full story at number 3 trends on YouTube this morning. It has about 150,000 views so far, followed by Pataper's performance at the Ghana Meets Niger concert, and a whole lot and a whole lot. So this is how Twitter, I beg your pardon, this is how YouTube is looking like with the trends in Ghana this morning. As I said, it could always change. Yesterday it was Patapar at number 2. Now the Carters have definitely swept him off that number 2 position, and they are seated comfortably. I'm still waiting as to who will unseat the Portugal versus Spain video on YouTube. Could it be Shatawale's alleged video? Well, let's wait and see and count the hours. But let's move away from YouTube and find out what is trending on Twitter this morning. What's happening on Twitter this morning? At number 1, I have hashtag wish me well. Who is asking us to wish him well? Well, Kwame Eugene is out with a new banger titled Wish Me Well, and it's already making airwaves and trending, and it has earned itself the number 1 spot on Twitter. And what are you guys saying about it? Acosta tweeted hashtag wish me well, but Kwame Eugene is out now. Great tune, visuals too on point. Corrado King also tweets, I woke up this morning, the first thing I had to check was Link's Entertainment YouTube channel for Wish Me Well by Kwame Eugene, and I was welcomed by a lovely tune. Gringo, not the official Gringo though. This one is from Isa Mohammed with the handle Gringo. It says, tomorrow the only rock star Kwame Eugene in Ghana is yet to hit another with hashtag Wish Me Well. So already it has been released. And Success also tweets, your award-winning artist Kwame Eugene drops another hit. So these are fans of Kwame Eugene overly excited about the new song coming in from the camp of the Links Entertainment signee Kwame Eugene. And let me read this last one. Shiraba Andy tweeted 12 minutes ago, and here's what he has to say. Says, bro, you don't have to worry. Those haters mockery you today will turn around tomorrow and praise you. Just ignore them and focus on your dreams. Hashtag wish me well. Turn that fire those haters. So that is coming in from Shiraba. But what actually pushed him to come out with this song? You know, it hasn't really been a rough month for Kwame Eugene with all of those ups and downs with the Ayalolo and that alleged sugar mommy. Hasn't been a good one for him. But let's move away from wish me well to number 2 trend on Twitter this morning. Abu Ramadan. Yes, Accra Flats are here again, so definitely he's going to trend. He is the coordinator for NADMO, so he's talking, everybody's talking. And this coming in from Kweku David says, oh, Abu Ramadan is pissing me off this morning. What else does he mean? Don't blame the politicians. The politicians are 100% to blame. Responsibility is 100% at the feet of those elected to be in charge. That is why we go to the polls every 4 years. That's coming in from Kweku David. And Abu Ramadan has also been making some very, very strong comments. Says the protocol you're talking about can say if you search a particular area and you can't find the person, move to another area. We could help our citizens by joining in when cleanup exercises are undertaken. So that is Abu Ramadan's take on the Accra floods, the perennial rains we keep experiencing. What are we doing as a nation? According to him, we could help our citizens by joining in cleanup exercises. All right, so let's move away from Abu Ramadan on number 2 trends. And number 4 is Egypt. The shocker we all experienced yesterday as Africans. How? What happened? What really happened? I'm getting into more of your tweet. 219,000 tweets on Egypt Trendz at number 4. Obviously, we are not excited about it. And there's a picture that has been tweeted by Historical Sports. Says the pressure of carrying Liverpool and Egypt looks to have finally caught up with Mo Salah. Man needs a rest. So he posted a picture of an old Mo Salah after all the stress he's been through in Liverpool, and now the pressure put on him to deliver in the Egypt match. Well, let's move on to what Mutaz Shehade also tweeted. He says his goal took Egypt to their first World Cup in 20 years, and his penalty goal was Egypt's first in the World Cup since 1990. Despite a rusty 3-week layoff, Mo Salah has achieved another personal milestone. And a lot of tweets. And man don't dance. Yes, man don't dance, also sweet. God works in a mysterious way. No one talked about Senegal. No one talked about money. Everyone was talking about Nigeria. Everyone was talking about Egypt. But Senegal at the end delivered before those hype nations. Hashtag God is good. And James Pierce also tweets, gutted for Mo Salah, clearly not 100% and unable to carry a very average Egypt team. Well, let's move away from the Egypt trend and find out what we have for you at number 9 trends on Twitter. Shatta Wale is in the trends again. At this time, number 9. What reason is he trending for? Well, Austin Wu, the very popular broadcast journalist in Kumasi, tweets, the worst thing President Akufo-Addo has done was to have invited Shatta Wale to the Jubilee House. That's a tweet coming in from Austin Wu inside Kumasi. And Angel Torpedo also tweets, Shatta Wale always wants to trend for the wrong reasons. It will get to a time he will be denied the praise he needs because of the things he's doing now, just like the boy and the wool story. Ah, well, they'll come and tell me I hate him, so let me just watch how things unfold. This is coming in from Freddie Mauli. Says if Casa Preco and other companies value their brands, then Shatta Wale must lose his ambassadorial contract with them. And Shatta Wale enjoying BJ on Snapchat. This guy is so alright. I'm not going to continue with that tweet, but Shatta Wale has been trending supposedly for a video has gone viral of him in a very uncompromising situation on Snapchat. So this is how Twitter is looking like this morning, and this is how we wrap up with morning trends and just wrapping up the first show live on GNTV. Annie?
Yeah, Priscilla,
Hey!
Annie, I have a sister called
Are you
Priscilla.
okay? Is everything fine?
I have a sister called Priscilla. Please pardon me, okay?
Okay.
So if I call you Priscilla, it means I'm probably considering you as a sister. All right. So, well, that's what we have for you on the first show today. I'm sure you have enjoyed it, and we will definitely come your way, God willing, tomorrow, same time from 6:30 to 9 as we look into what is going on in the country and bring you updates. So, Abu Ramadan, he said we shouldn't blame politicians. All right. We have heard that you say we shouldn't blame politicians, so that's okay. We will not blame you, but we'll call you to order. Okay, we will call you. Okay.
All right, so many thanks for your time. It has been the first show. I'm Pamela Boateng, but we are picking a live transmission on hashtag Say No to Corruption. So make sure you stay with us live on GNTV as we bring you on,
the details.
Exactly,
about
all the details.
All right, my name is Aswell Ani Efua Ampo. We're back tomorrow with the.
in the future, every child, man, woman, in every corner of the world will be connected.